I own 8 properties across from Alabama to through Florida. There's 8 properties I bought years ago. These are mature properties. They started out providing a 4 and 5% cash flow. Now they're 13, 15%, 25% a year. So like any of you, how many of you are invested in one of our funds right now? So you're seeing about 4 or 5 or 6% a year. And you're like, man, it's not performing well. It's not maturing. It's going to mature, okay? It's like a tree. You plant the tree, you get one level of fruit the first year, you get a completely different level of fruit in the 10th year. What we're doing, we'll go to this portfolio. That portfolio is probably worth
$600 million.
So they're worth $600 million. We got how much debt on those?
$250.
Okay, so 250, and so there's $350 million of trapped equity. Right? So when you're like, when things go up in value, that's great, but all of a sudden you have this trap down here. And even though it appears that it's throwing off 20% annualized, 20% cash flow. I'm not talking about when we sell the portfolio. You guys follow me? Okay? Because of the appreciation of the rents and then the appreciation of the properties, there's a lot of cash flow. And it would appear, oh, these things are screaming. But the truth is, I got a bunch of trapped equity sitting here. I'm basing my 20% on what we paid for it and what we put down. Then when the equity got trapped, all of a sudden my returns on equity, not on cash, actually could look like a 6 or a 7. You follow me? If you don't understand, just say, hey man, I don't get it. Okay, so watch. So let's say we bought these deals for $350 million. Okay, 350, not 600. I have $250 million worth of debt on them. That's about what it is. These things exploded in value because the rents went up. When the rents went up, what goes up when the rents go up? The value, but what else goes up? Cash flow. Rents go up. My rents go from $800 to $1,800. Dude, the extra $1,000 is like, the expenses of the property are paid on the first $800 or $1,000. When the rents go from $1,000 to $2,000, all that extra money becomes bottom line. Most of it becomes the bottom line because the bones of the property are being funded by the first $1,000. Okay? So you're looking for rent explosion. So, or gradual rent increases. I did not know we were going to have the kind of rent increases that we were going to have over the last 5 years. I've been saying it was going to be great, but I was wrong. It was greater than great. This 350 is trapped equity. So I'm like, hey, we have these assets. How do we get this money out? There's a group called Related. Of the 4 groups we met in New York, they're a group that loves to line up behind Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Okay? So this is all this debt right here, whatever we owe, $250, I think that is, Ryan?
Yep.
That's mostly Fannie Mae debt. There's a group called Related. Okay? I can hook you up with who the group is. So this 350, I'm like, how can I get some of this, okay? How can I get some of this money? You got to remember, this money right now, what we have in the deal is about $100 million, maybe $150 million in cash. The $150 million is paying me probably 20% a year, $3 million, probably more than that actually. Let's say it's $3 million in cash flow. 250 grand every month, bang, 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 bang. If I take some of that, and I'm making these numbers up, if I open my spreadsheet up, I'd know exactly what the numbers are. But if this company gives me $100 million, okay, remember this $100 million right now, I'm making 20% on. And I go pay 10%, costs me $1 million a year. It's stupid money. I've never borrowed money at 10% before, ever. But if that $100 million could go buy me $400 million worth of new assets and complete a transaction, and this $100 million now pays me 5%. What is 5% of $100 million? Is that $5 million? Okay, so this money over here is going to cost me $1 million and pay me $5 million. What should I do? That's trapped equity.